you so much, Miss Downing. Just want to make sure you did say I can speak for 2 hours, correct? So I'm going to make sure I stay true to the 3 hours that I have. First off, I want to thank you so much. My good man, you can turn around because you're going to get a lot of like the back of my, like I'm going to get a lot of the back of your head, and I might use it as a prop, and you might not want that. That wouldn't be cool. So my name is Keith Collins. I'm originally from Atlanta, Georgia. Anybody know where Atlanta, Georgia is? Good job. Thank you so much. Somebody get that man a cookie. He is amazing. Yeah, so I'm originally from Atlanta, Georgia. I grew up, as Ms. Downing said, by a single mother until the age around 11, where my mother met that one man that really stuck around. My mom and dad split up when I was about 3 years old. I don't know if anyone has experienced that, but my mom and dad split when I was 3 years old, so that really caused me to kind of wonder a little bit about life and who I am. I'm going to tell you a little bit more of my story, but first I have to get to know your story. So I need you guys to play a game with me. So it's called Stand Up If. I'm going to say something, and then your job is to stand up if it pertains to you. Sounds good? All right, cool. So we're going to practice. Stand up if you have a head. Okay, cool. Sweet. Some of us are still trying to figure out do we have a head or not. Okay, cool. Grab a seat. Grab a seat. All right. Stand up if you wear glasses. Cool. My pair is at home. I got contacts in. Go ahead and grab a seat. All right. Stand up if you have a pet. All right, perfect. Got a couple of people. What kind? Got a dog. Okay, pit bull. Sweet, nice. All right, you got a dog?
My cousin has a dog.
Your cousin has a dog, so you adopted your cousin's dog for yours. Got it. Cool. No problem, man. Judgment-free zone. All right, so you can go ahead and stand up if you like football. Boom. Okay. Cool. Like it. All right. And Falcons fan, I'm all assuming, right? Yes? Perfect. Great job. Great job. You guys can have a seat. Thank you so much for your participation there. Do me a favor. Stand up if you've ever been hurt by somebody with words. Just be honest.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and grab a seat. Stand up if you've ever been encouraged or someone made you feel good because they use words. All right. Cool. You guys can have a seat. Now that's the aerobics portion of my speech, so we're all good now. No more exercises needed. But that's what I do. I encourage people using words because we all can use some encouragement, right? Like no one like wakes up in the morning and say, "Yay! Can someone just be mean to me?" No, no. So what I do is I encourage people using words. And I did not know I had this gift because when I grew up, when my mom and dad split up, I was kind of wondering. I was a little bit lost. Because my dad wasn't there, I started to question a little bit of who am I as a young man. But one thing my mom always told me was this. She said that I want you to be better than I am in life. And I took that as a challenge because, you know, sometimes parents tell you to do something and they don't necessarily do it. Has that ever happened to you guys?
Yes.
Okay, cool. We'll just stop there. We'll stop there. I know. All right. And so I saw my mom's grades, and I'm like, Mom, I saw your grades. This is not going to be hard. But she told me she wants me to do more. She wanted me to change the world. And I thought about that. And coming up as a kid, you don't necessarily know how you're going to change the world. I mean, some of us, we might have ideas, right? Some of us in here would like to be lawyers. Raise your hand if you'd like to be a lawyer. Boom, got a couple of lawyers. How many people want to be a doctor? Got a doctor or two, so you're kind of teetering between a doctor. Okay, cool. Anybody want to be an Instagram celebrity? Okay. Oh, okay. What about TikTok? TikTok celebrity? All right, cool. Got it. Got a couple of TikTok celebrities. Sweet. What about YouTube sensations? Okay. Cool. Got a couple. Okay. What about how many of you guys want to go on and do something, whether it's as to be able to do something of service, like a speech pathologist? What that is, you're a person who helps people speak. Anybody want to do something like that? Oh, sweet, cool. We got a couple of people. Awesome. And so, my mom told me she wants me to do greater things. I would hear that from my mom, and sometimes I would hear that from teachers growing up like your age, but I really didn't believe it because I still question it, you know? I still question, who was I? Did I really have a purpose? Was there really something great that was planned for me? Now I'll do okay in school. I would play sports. Anybody like sports? Okay, cool, sweet. I played a little football in middle school. In high school, I played baseball, I wrestled, I played football as well. I did all of those things, but yet I still sometimes wondered, do I have greatness inside of me? Like, can I really do something to change the world? It wasn't until I got to college that I ran across a teacher, and a teacher looked at me, and he looked at me and said, you have a specific purpose. You're playing small, my friend. And I was like, what do you mean? I'm playing small. And he told me to jump. And I jumped. Everybody stand up real quick. Do me a favor and jump. Jump. Cool. Okay. Now, that was cute. Really jump. Jump the highest you can. Right? Now, grab a seat. Go ahead and grab a seat. Now, that teacher did the same thing for me, but he physically didn't tell me to jump. He told me, take your life, and I want you to dream big. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, when I thought about jumping, I kind of jumped like this, like some of you guys did the first time. Then he told me to really jump. I mean, to really put forth my full effort. And then I was able to jump something like this. And that was because I found out that I had more inside of me. See, what I do as a speaker is I get the opportunity to speak to people and help them to reach their potential. Because we all have a little bit more that we could give to this world and give to our parents and give to our friends. Raise your hand if you feel like you can give more at times. Right? We know how to skate by, right? It's very easy to skate by and do just enough to get by. The teacher says write your name on the board or do your homework, and you just do the bare minimum. The teacher tells you to study for like 30 minutes and you study for like 5, but you studied, right? We all have that ability to stay comfortable in our comfort zone. And so the teacher looked at me and said, man, you got more inside of you. I want you to step outside of your comfort zone. And then I started to explore that. I mean, what does that mean to really step out of my comfort zone? And then I thought about some of the things that I felt that was holding me back. And so it led me to having a conversation with my dad. And the conversation with my dad, because I told you my mom and dad split up when I was younger, I never really expressed to my dad how sometimes I was a little bit hurt by it. That there was times where I looked for him to be there and he wasn't there just because him and my mom were not together. And he did something that radically changed my life. He apologized. He said, I was sorry. That it was nothing that you have done, it was me as an adult. I made a decision, and that decision, it had consequences. And by him apologizing, it then led me in college to have like a breakout year. And what I mean by that is, man, things start just really flowing. In college, I had a degree in marketing and management. That means I can walk in any environment and help lead people. Like, I can help move people to do things to ultimately get an amazing goal accomplished. Like some of us, we said we like sports. Consider it like being a coach. You know how coaches like get a little bit more out of you? Like your teachers? Raise your hand if any of you guys in here would like to be a teacher. I just want to know where my teacher's at. Sweet, nice, nice, awesome. So you think about your teacher. Your teacher does something to the class. Your teacher provides inspiration. Your teacher helps people to see themselves in the distant. And the cool thing about teachers and the cool thing about what I learned in terms of management is that it all deals with people. You might be a person who don't like people. I got news for you. You're going to deal with them for the rest of your life. You might as well get good at dealing with them. Just saying. That was free, by the way. And the other thing I studied was marketing. How many of you guys like the shoes that you're wearing? Raise your hand. Boom, boom, boom.
I kind of.
Yeah, you kind of like it, right? How many of you guys like the shirt that you're wearing? Right? Cool. There was someone that was somewhere, they saw that there would be a need. That one day in South Florida, you would probably want to walk and probably not get rocks in your toes. And they said, let's create a shoe. And that was part of the plan to be a marketer, is to be able to know what the need of a client or a person like yourself before you actually need it. Have you ever saw something like a product on TV and you're like, I did not know I need that, right? Fortnite is an example. Yeah. Oh, no Fortnite fans? Oh, wow. Wow, okay. TikTok was an example.
No.
Instagram was an example.
No.
There's a need to share pictures with your friends quickly. So that was an idea. That was the role of someone of a marketer. But as I think about my life and I think about my journey, I graduated from college May the 11th of 2000, May the 7th of 2011. May the 12th of 2011, I moved to Florida. May the 17th of 2011, I started working with the company that I previously worked for. While I was in college, I met my wife. She was my girlfriend when I moved down. Then we got engaged. And I have two beautiful kids. I have a 4-year-old son named Jeremiah. And I have a 1-year-old son named Zephan. Two amazing little boys. And I get a chance to be their dad. So I think they're pretty lucky. That's just me. And so I was told to inspire you young people today. And I was thinking, how in the world can I do that? Because now you know my story. You know what makes me, me. I'm sometimes weird. I'm sometimes goofy. I'm sometimes like strict. But I wanted to think of something that I know that would inspire you. So I thought about it. And I thought about this. I want you to dream big. And I'm talking about super big, like boom, like major big. And here's why. In fact, no, I'm not even going to tell you why. I want you to close your eyes. Let's dream together. Dreaming gives you the opportunity to look into the future and see possibilities. So I'm going to tell you this scenario, and it is a dream, and tell me if you are impacted today because of this dream. Imagine you're going to class. It's the day of the big test. And you're kind of like, I don't want to do it. Oh my goodness. I got this test. So you get in the classroom, and little did you know your teacher knew that you've been studying hard. And your teacher looked at the whole entire